Hello, everyone, and welcome to another parajumbled question. So, as we understood that the parajumbled questions are nothing but a little bit tricky that generally test one's ability to logically rearrange a set of jumbled sentences into a coherent paragraph. And this type of question that falls under the verbal ability section. And while it seems straightforward, it can get too tricky if one doesn't have the right approach. So, as we understood also what parajumbled questions are, so let's go to another question of this parajumbled question or paraformation question. So here we have the direction, and the direction stated here that the four sentences labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4 given below, when properly sequenced, that would produce a coherent paragraph. Decide on the proper sequence of the order of the sentence and key the sequence of the four numbers as your answer. Right now, let's look into it. Uh, each sentence, let's read the each sentence and try to understand what the question is pointing here. The first sentence said the dissonance between human-like presentation and machine-like ethos is at the heart of the AI quandary too, right? Now, if you talk about this particular option one, the dissonance between human-like presentation and machine-like ethos is at the heart of the AI or artificial intelligence quandary too. So this could be called as a core issue, right? Core issue. As sentence one covers up the discussion by addressing the core issue. Uh, so the mismatch between the human-like appearance, right, and you can say that um, the mismatch between the human-like appearance of AI and the lack of deeper meaning, right? That is what it is pointed. The dissonance between human-like presentation and machine-like ethos is at the heart of the AI quandary, so indicating about the mismatch between the human-like appearance of AI and the lack of deeper meaning. Now, look at the option sentence two. It is stated even a simple question such as, shall we have a coffee, has several implicit meanings related to shared information. So we could say that shall we have a coffee is an example that what how even a simple question we have implicit meanings related to shared information which builds on the idea, right? So um, now if you look into sentence 3, which is stated in contrast, right? In contrast, LLMs confront us with the human-like responses that lack any deeper meaning. Now, in that case, sentence 3 discusses how right? How uh, a large language model, which is known as a LLM, large language, large language model, provides human-like responses, but at the same time, because here it is given contrast, in contrast, large language model provides human-like responses, or you can say that human-like responses, but lack the deeper meaning that are presented in human interaction. So in that case, you can point out this creates nothing but a contrast. Contrast with the what? Human communication. Human communication described earlier. You can say that. Now, if you look into the next, which is called as sentence 4, where it is stated a lot goes unsaid while interacting with the humans and human output. A lot goes unsaid while interacting with the humans and human outputs. Now, this create the context. This create nothing but the context because it is stated a lot goes unsaid while interacting with the humans and human inputs. So, in that case, we can say this introduces the concept that a lot goes unsaid in human interaction, that setting up the discussion about what? Discussion about implicit meanings in communication, right? So in that case, if I look into the introducing one, so I can say that option 4 would be the appropriate one. Why? Because option 4 stated about nothing but introduces the concept, right? That a lot goes unsaid or not been told in human interaction, and that set up the discussion about implicit meaning in communication. So we can say 4 would be the introducing one. Now, uh, if we look into that, the example, when you point out one of the discussion here or introducing the concept, right? So it has the example. That example we find out in option 2, where it is stated, uh, even a simple question such as "Shall we have a coffee?" has several implicit meaning and relating to shared information. So this could be called as an example of how even a simple question have implicit meaning related to shared information, which builds on the idea from sentence 4, isn't it? So hence we can say 4 2 would be our appropriate pair. Then, if you look into that, 4 2 forms a pair. 4 stated about nothing but identifying the core issues, and the 3 is nothing but introducing sorry, 2 is doing nothing but providing a specific example um, that gives an example of how even a small simple question can have an implicit meaning related to information built on the idea from sentence 4, right? Now, if I move to the next one could be a 3 because it makes a contrast, which is introducing a contrast by stating that what now it discusses a large language model that provide human-like responses, but it lacks the deeper meaning that are present in human interaction. So this does nothing but contrasting with the what? Contrasting with the communication that discussed in 4 and 2, isn't it? So in that case, we can say 4 2 3 would be a proper sequence here. Then the last one, uh, which we can find out, it's option 1. In option 1, we find out that what? Uh, or sentence 1 that covers up the discussion by stating what the dissonance between human-like presentation and machine-like ethos is at the heart of AI quandary too. So this could be called as a nothing but a covering of the discussion by addressing the core issue and stating about nothing but the mismatch. So mismatch between what? Between the human-like appearance of AI and its lack of deeper meaning. So in that case, 4 2 3 1 could be a appropriate sequence here, right? So hence we can say 4 2 3 1 would be a appropriate pair or appropriate sequence of this paradigm question. I hope you understood this. That's all. Thank you.